The truth about the Padres was just revealed, as this performance reveals massive holes in this team that need to be filled. Fans are concerned. Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Andrew Complains About the Offense Because It's Horrible, aka Padres Digest, with your host, Andrew. Happy to be back as always. Today is a stinker. Let's talk about it. So before anything though, please subscribe as always, because we are getting close to 2,000 and seeing that would make me very happy. That's pretty much it. So today, yeah, we all saw we all saw what happened. When we'll get into it in just a second. I'll show you the box score right now. I just want to back up the data. We lost to a pitcher who had a 5 ERA. Actually, it was like a 5.43 ERA going in today. Only 2 earned runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. And then we lost against a bullpen that nobody was beneath a 3. Cortland Finnegan, not Cortland Finnegan, that's a football player, isn't it? Kyle Finnegan, 1, 2, 3, 2 strikeouts, 9th inning. What are we doing? What are we doing? And yesterday, it was like you could see the signs of not a great offensive performance, but today was just like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe hoping and wishing for second half performances to go up is not a great thing. Maybe we should actually go out there and perform. Let's not hope for magic. Let's make magic happen. You know what I mean? But again, we still got moves to make. We're still in July. We got like what? Today's the 19th, so like 20 days. No. Whatever. I'm horrible at math. Just yell at me in the comments. But listen, someone in this organization, the higher ups, has to grow a little bit of a pair and trade somebody. Trade for somebody, trade away somebody, make a decision. The worst thing the Padres could do right now is not trade for players, not sell, not buy. The worst thing the Padres can do right now is stand pat, because that is going to help absolutely nobody. Gonna need all the roster is fine enough simps to take a backseat from now on. Brooks, Maldonado, Johnson, Wade are simply not good enough to get regular at-bats. We need to trade for a bat. Doesn't even have to be a catcher. Call up Valenzuela or Campy over Maldi. Get someone who can actually have over a 600 OPS. Can't blame the 7-8-9 today. They went 4 for 10. Our core players were 0 for 17 with 0 and 5 in runners in scoring position. So, yes. Well, today was good for the bottom of the lineup. It doesn't mean they've been good for the entire year. Obviously, our 1 through 4 have to like step up. Well, I guess Arraez did good today, but everyone else has to step up, right? But again, you wouldn't need to rely on the end or the beginning of the lineup if the end of the lineup could perform more often. Yes, Maldonado had an RBI and a double, but still, he's not performing. That's clear. That's clear as day. So, what does that mean? Trade. Or literally go find a guy off the McDonald's, maybe behind Wendy's or behind, you guys got Stater Brothers over there. Find somebody. Anybody is better than the catcher situation we have right now. But someone somewhere has to make decisions. AJ, Seidler, somebody has to make a decision. Another thing that we kind of talked about, this kind of showed that. But yeah, tomorrow we got to play Gore and hopefully beat him. But the Trenton Brooks conversation, right? Trenton Brooks has legit made me question sanity. If we gave Brooks almost 40 at-bats and he can't hit over 160, we should literally give anybody from AAA or best bat on the waiver wire a chance. Can't be any worse. At least they would probably be able to play better defense or better pinch runner. So yeah, I've been a Brooks supporter because I feel like we give up on bats too often in this organization. But at this point, I feel like we've given adequate enough at-bats to Brooks to safely say he's not it, right? Like, he had the home run against the Dodgers, and I know a lot of us were probably like, oh, he might be legit. He's not. And I'm not mad at the fact that we're giving Brooks at-bats. Like I said, I'm happy that we can try to have a little bit of faith in somebody and get them those at-bats we need. But at this point, I'm more annoyed that we give these at-bats to Brooks and not someone who at least has proven history, kind of, in Campusano, right? Like, we called him up for a day, used him, he sucked, went right back down, right? Now, obviously, he doesn't have a hit this year yet, and he's had, like, what, 20 at-bats? I could look that up, but I'm not. But you see what he does in AAA. You don't play that good in AAA by sucking. And yes, it's AAA. Yes, it's a hitter's paradise. But clearly there is something about Campusano that works. He just has to figure it out at the major league level. And I think if for some really stupid reason we stay pat and don't make any moves, you genuinely got to call down or send Trenton Brooks down, call up Campusano, and just make things work. If you're going to keep Diaz and Maldonado catching, whatever, right? Don't, but whatever, right? Give Campy a chance to at least prove he has something. 20 at-bats is not enough. I'm sorry to say. Trenton Brooks has what, 40 now? So, like, am I crazy for suggesting that? Let me know. I feel like that's not a crazy notion to talk about. But yeah, other things. This one, I don't know if I 100% agree with it, but we'll read it anyways. Tim Leeper cost us another run by holding up Fernando on the Arraez bunt. Not saying coaching third base is easy, but he almost always makes the wrong decisions in key spots. We struggle to score runs. Get them when you can. Don't rely on us driving in runs. There are some times where, see, being a third base coach, and I guess specifically a third base coach, is like always a loss. You know what I mean? Like, if you do your job well, nobody cares. If you do your job poorly, everyone hates you. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't think he's inherently a bad third base coach. I know being a third base coach is obviously super difficult. But yes, there were certain plays that I wish he would have sent someone home. And there are certain plays where I wish, or I guess I can say that, wish he would keep them there. And then vice versa, right? So I'm not sad. I'm not mad that he didn't send some people. I'm just, it's tough, right? But in his defense also, we should be scoring runs against pitchers with over 4 ERAs. Like, that's not a foreign statement. That's not a crazy hot take. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can blame Tim Leeper. Yeah, you could blame Yu Darvish for giving up 3 runs or whatever. This is a team sport. Everyone has to come together. Yesterday was that for like the end of the game. Not the beginning, but the end of the game was the most complete team game we've seen in a while. We need more of that. And that's pretty much it, right? Make some moves, help grow everything, and just make things work. That's all you can really do, is make things work. And I think that was all I had. Oh, no, one more thing. Padres bullpen is a strength, but there is a huge void for a lefty specialist. If you're going to buy the deadline, there should be on a to-do list with center field or a catcher and a left fielder. Yes and no, right? I mean, obviously, Morhone, lefty specialist. But beyond that, it's a little light. But Wandy Peralta isn't horrible. And I know I'm saying that as a Wandy Peralta hater, but he's not a bad pitcher right now. Yuki, yes, and that hurts me because Yuki Puki's my boy. But yeah, we made a list, or I made a couple of videos. So I made a video on lefty relievers we could get. We talked about Chapman. He's not going anywhere. Red Sox got it right now. So there's other relievers we can get. Sean Newcomb was a name from the Athletics who I talked about. But I don't think bullpen is as big as a need as catcher or left field. I want to make a video again on Luis Robert Jr. I know I've made one before, and you guys weren't really big on him, but I feel like he's been getting better slowly, and I still really think he is the best option to trade. And I'll explain why in a separate video. But yeah, also on Monday, a really long video, a podcast-style video will be coming out, so be prepared for that Monday morning. But besides that, that's pretty much it. I mean, I guess we can talk about really quickly the pitching and all that, but like, it wasn't a horrible game from Darvish. Again, he's still making his return. Don't look at the 6.08 ERA. He's had like, what, 3 starts? So give him time. 3 earned runs isn't a bad game. It just looks bad when you're playing the Nationals. And then Yuki Puki had a home run given up, so that's not great, but Wandy still, again, looks fine. David Morgan looks good. So besides that, yeah, but 3 for 9 for team's runners in scoring position. Doesn't look bad on the surface, but when it's your top guys who are not scoring runners, that's when it's a problem. That's when it's a problem. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. How do you feel about all the takes today? Do you think that our lineup is fine as it is? Do you think we need to make trades? If you think you don't need to make trades, what's wrong with you? How do you feel about Tim Leeper? Do you think he sucks at his job, or do you think it's just a really difficult job? How do you feel about Yu Darvish? How do you feel about anything? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day as always. And of course, please subscribe and go Padres. Thank you for watching.